Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Let's go. On the training camp turf, the baddest collision on the face of the earth. 32 teams coming hungrier than ever. We smash through the grind and we pull together. Turn up the volume, let the speakers explode. IA Sports Radio, the king of the road. The season premiere is breaking the mold. The summer can hold. NFC week is locked at the door. Now we're crossing the line for the AFC war. 3 and out, the battle lines are drawn. 8 divisions strong, the war is going on. Lock it in today, we're clearing out the way. 8 divisions deep, 8 divisions in 8 days. 3 and out. North to the Wild Wild West, East Coast to South, putting teams to the test. Stick it to them now, let the trash talk fly. Look them in the eyes under the summer sky. The gridiron is calling, the tape doesn't lie. We're drawing the line where the giants defy. 4 shows for the NFC, 4 for the AFC. Breaking down every single team on the map, you'll see. Hear the battle cry call. Direct feed for all that is football. 3 and out, the battle lines are drawn. 8 divisions strong, the war is going on. Lock it in today, we're clearing out the way. 8 divisions deep, 8 divisions in 8 days. 3 and out.
Welcome to 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Show number 3, you guys. AFC South. We're just rocking and rolling, man. We've been on the air for the last 2 hours. Yay me. But it's been fun, man. I appreciate you guys who have been along for the ride. Here we go, man. We're on to the 3rd show of the day. We got, we made it through the AFC West, the AFC East, and now here we are in the South. We're going to finish off the next hour with the North. Hope you guys are enjoying it, man. This has been it's always a fun series to do. This one, I did not quite get that many. I got 2 guests. I'll be covering 2 myself. No big deal. Is what it is. I know these teams, so we'll have some fun. I'll talk my opinions. Chime in, talk your opinions. Let's do it, guys. So, again, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to 3 and Out, our special 8 Division 8 Day series, and we're rolling through the AFC. All right, so we're rolling to the AFC South today, and man, talk about a fascinating division. You've got two teams coming off playoff appearances last year. Another one that was flying high at 8-2 before the injury bug completely derailed everything, and a squad down in Nashville hitting the reset button with a massive high ceiling rebuild. This division is loaded with intriguing, massive storylines and some major questions. As I would say, some very major questions as we get ready for the 2026-2027 season. Let's dive right on into it, you guys. Let's get our color codes ready, change it on up, and turn this thing in to who are we starting with? Titans blue. Let's do it. Let's get that powder blue in there and let's do it, man. As we start things off with the Tennessee Titans season preview. All right, we do have a fan for this one. Our very own Davidson Crooks will be joining us right now of IE Sports Radio. But in a few seconds, we'll do that. But let's kick things off in Music City with the Tennessee Titans. Look, Robert Salah is walking into easily the toughest rebuild in this division after back-to-back 3-14 seasons. But you gotta love that they brought in the heavy artillery to fix it, hiring Brian Dabble to run the offense and Gus Bradley to take over the defense. Look, everything in Nashville this year comes down to one man, Cam Ward, taking that next snap in year 2. Okay, that's really it. That next snap, the next step, the next behind center, whatever you want to call it. People are already throwing around those early Dabble and Josh Allen comparisons in Buffalo. And they actually, I don't know, they actually went out and upgraded their weapons, okay, to help him out. And I like that, okay. You add a slot like, who do they add? Wendell Robinson, which is great, okay. And 4th overall pick, Carnell Tate, to pair with a healthy Calvin Ridley? What? That gives you something to work with. Defensively, Salah's arrival instantly changes the culture. Okay. They completely revamped the front line by adding Jeffrey Simmons, Jermaine Johnson, and even rookie, I like this one, rookie Keldrick Folk. Looking forward to seeing him. While spending big in the secondary on guys like Alontae Taylor, Cordell Flott. There were some other ads in there, but I just wanted to add those guys. So if that offensive line can just hold up and protect this guy behind center, Cam Ward, this team is going to be a whole lot more competitive than people think. And to give us the full deep dive on what to expect from the Tennessee Titans this season, let's hand it on over to our very own Tennessee Titans insider here at IE Sports Radio and the host of one of the two hosts of Fast Break, our basketball show here at IE Sports Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Crooks Process, Davidson Crooks.
What's good, everybody? Davidson Crooks here, also known as the Crook Process here. I'm an affiliate for IE Sports Radio, Uter Troy Sports. I do the main basketball show here with one of Terry's Lock called Fast Break here on the network. Do check it out. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about, basketball at the moment. I'm here to talk about NFL football. And with training camp underway for all 34 NFL teams, I got to rep my team right here, the Tennessee Titans. To say, can the Titans get out the mud this year in 2026? It's saying a lot. A lot of things got to go the way. A lot of things got to go right for them. And we'll see if things can go on the upright in the year 2026 for the Tennessee Titan team. Last year, we drafted Cam Ward number 1 overall. And while things were exciting with him, everything else around him wasn't so pretty. And while I mean not so pretty, so much so that former head coach Brian Callahan got let go during the season. Now down the stretch, this team played pretty decently down the stretch and whatnot. But I think the way the season went, kind of bad in the beginning, ended bad when they played the Jaguars and Cam sprained his shoulder and he was done for the rest of the game and shellacking by the Jaguars. So, how do you bounce back from a disappointing 2025 where things were going all wrong, people leaving the front office, looking at you, Chad Brinker, all that good stuff? How do you rebound for that? Well, you come in with a lot of cap space. You plug some holes. You get a new head coach in Robert Saleh, who was the defensive corner at for San Francisco 49ers. Was the previous head coach of the New York Jets. Now, can he turn things around in his second stint as a head coach? We shall see. But, with this team needing structure and discipline and all that stuff, he brings that more than Brian Callahan does. So that could be a positive upswing. Also coming along in his toes, Brian Daboll, former head coach of the New York Giants. Can he get things right at the offense and use this as a springboard to get another NFL head coaching job? Because if Saleh can bring the discipline and structure with this team, and Daboll can bring his offensive smarts with them, I think things can turn around very quickly for the team. It does happen in the NFL, but that's ifs and buts. It brings me to my third person, Cam Ward. Can he take the next leap as an NFL starter to be one of the next young guns to kind of be a generational player? Time will tell. But going to the draft, I think the main thing, like drafting Carnell Tate, I think that's a big one. You need that person to grow with Cam, and you need that, that next wide receiver to be the one. And the way things are looking in camp and whatnot, and what we've seen in early returns, he seems like he may be the one. Also, going, into 2026, the AFC South, how are we going to look against them? I don't know. It's a lot of questions with the AFC South, if we're going to be real. The Texans, CJ Stroud, can he bounce back after kind of like a somewhat disappointment 2025, in which later in the season he didn't play well? The Jaguars, can they keep up momentum? Because we've seen this before with the Jaguars. They have a little momentum, and then they come back down to earth. The Colts, what's Daniel Jones going to look like? How is he going to look? They lost a lot of pieces too. Are they going to be, top of the division again until they sputter out? So there's a lot of questions with the Titans team and the rest of the teams at AFC South. So I really can't say, can the Titans win the division? Yeah, it's a possibility. Also, it could be a possibility to be back where they were, because you can't fix everything in one off season. And that's where the Titans are at. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
All right, man. Great job there by our boy Davison Crooks, man. Gotta show him some love. Appreciate you, buddy. Great job doing that Tennessee Titans season preview. Awesome stuff there by Davison Crooks. And no, I agree, man. We're going to weigh more in on the Tennessee Titans in just a little bit, but it's about time to change up that color. Get on into that Jaguars turquoise looking thing they got going on there. That Jaguars turquoise. And here we go, man. Here it is on in to the Jacksonville Jaguars season preview. Now, we didn't have a fan for this one, but it's all good. I can cover these guys real quick and dirty. Look, man. Let's head on down to Duval, where the Jacksonville Jaguars are looking to pull off something they haven't done since 1999. Back-to-back playoff appearances. Liam Cohen is back for a second year after engineering I don't even call this, man. This was a division title and career numbers day all season long. These guys look so good, man. For Trevor Lawrence and great. Let's see what they can do with him. Continuing. I mean, we knew what they drafted when they drafted him from Clemson years ago, and he's came into his own. So again, let's see. Trevor Lawrence keeping it going, doing what he's been doing. Okay, and of course, this is keeping both coordinators around to run it back is a huge thing for continuity here. So, offensively, they bring back plenty of firepower with Brian Thompson Jr. Who else did they bring back? what's his name? Parker Washington. Jacoby Meyer, they got him. I mean, and a fresh 3-year extension for tight end Brenton Strange. The big question, I would say, if there was a big question mark for me, is the backfield. Where an unproven committee of just, I don't know, Tutton and Rodriguez Jr. have to step up and just replace Travis Etienne. Okay. Let's see if that can actually happen. Offensive line's okay. Maybe not, actually, they're pretty solid. I think the offensive line, they played great last year. They kept those guys together for the most part. The offense should actually be pretty okay, but can that backfield step up? Let's see what they got. Defensively, the run defense was lights out last year, man. But the pass rush still has to prove it can consistently get behind Josh Hines-Allen and Trevon Walker. The massive X factor for me would be getting a healthy Travis Hunter back in that secondary. He had knee surgery and cut his rookie year short, but expect the Jags to be right in the thick of this division race from day one. I mean, that's all I got to say for the Jaguars, man. They're not a bad team. I mean, look, last year, the AFC South, look at these guys, man. They were 13-4. They looked great. That's what I'm saying. This is an easy one. They went 5-1 in the division. They kept the majority of this entire team together. These guys can definitely repeat this year. And they looked strong. They looked very, very strong. I just feel that they had a massive push down the end of the season. And these guys look great, man. I mean, total domination by this team late in the season. And it left us all going, who the hell is this team? So let's see, man. I like these guys. I like them a lot. And let's see what they got. Davis and Crooks popping in here. Is the Jags can win double digits again or finish 8-9? That's it. That's it. We appreciate you, Davis and Crooks. We just saw him right now again talking about his Tennessee Titans. But yeah, man, we don't know. But that's where I'm at with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's where we are. So, all right, guys, we're taking ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to jump on in to those Houston Texans to finish off. Well, not to finish off, but Texans and then Colts. We got a fan, Big Mike, of course. This guy right there. Okay, up 3 and Out to finish it off. You are watching 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days, right here on iSports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back talking Houston Texans in H-Town after this.
From the stadium lights to the stadium shade, the clubhouse crews, the on-field MCs, delicious park food and the summer breeze. Every voice in the game. Catch dirt and diamonds every single week. The California League coverage that you'll seek with Larry B and Freddie B running the show. Every minor league season for the latest in the California League with Larry B and Freddie B on iSports Radio. Keep that dirt flying, and we'll see you next pitch.
Welcome back to 3 and Out, 8 Divisions in 8 Days, AFC South Day right here on IA Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. Really, it's the entire AFC Day right now. We're 2 shows in. This is into our 3rd. Man, can you believe it? We're almost done with this whole thing, man. It's pretty awesome. So, again, these Jacksonville Jaguars looking pretty solid. We know how good they can be, but how good will they be this year? We shall see. So that was a fun one. Again, when I cover these teams by myself, I just go pretty quick and dirty. Didn't have a fan for the Jags and don't have a fan for the Texans either, but this one's easy, man. Let's change it over to that Texans dark blue or whatever you call that color. It's really dark bluish looking color. I've always liked it. Thought it was a cool color. But with that, let's do it, man. Let's roll on in to these Texans. All right. Get our banner up. Houston Texans season preview. Let's do it, man. All right. So first things first, I got to say a few things. Okay. The Houston Texans with DeMeco Ryans, I don't care what you say about this guy. I don't care what you say about this team. I don't care what you say about what they were when they were really, really good or looked like crap. This team, they're a good team. Okay. That's all I got to say, really. You know what? I know last year, I know, I get it. They had an extremely crazy run. They looked like crap not too long ago. Then they look good again. Guys, whatever you got to say, unless your rivalries happen, is what it is. But my gosh, man, I want to play for DeMeco Ryans. Like, I mean, for real, like this dude right here is just, he's a player's coach, man. He's like Freeman up at Notre Dame. You would run through a freaking brick wall for that guy. He just seems like a great dude, man. And his players want to play for him. You know, so let's just get that out of the way. I think he's a great guy. And I mean, again, his team, his boys play for him, man. So DeMeco Ryans' squad, though, has been the best defense in the division by a country mile last year. They were last year. The year before that, no, but they at least were last year. They look good. Okay. And they spent the offseason making sure their elite edge rushers aren't going anywhere. They locked up Danielle Hunter and, of course, handling Will Anderson Jr., a massive 3-year, was it like 150? I think something like that, 150 million. I mean, they look good. Okay. Aziz Al-Shir, by the way, this guy, man, Aziz Al-Shir, sorry, anchoring the middle of that, you know, and rookie defensive tackle. I love this, man. Caden McDonald stepping in. This front seven is all, they're going to be terrifying. I don't even care. I love it. And you know me, I love a good front seven. I'm a front seven guy. I love it. I really hope that this defense just continues to look good. Them and the Jaguars are going to be fun. But offensively, the big storyline is whether CJ Stroud can bounce back and eliminate those erratic stretches we saw, especially after that rough division round exit. Oh my gosh. This team just cannot get past that freaking division round. It sucks. I feel bad for him, man. But let's see. Can it happen this year? We always ask that question. Number one, can they even make the playoffs? Number two, can they get past the division round? Okay. If they get to the divisional round. The front office made it priority number 1 to fix his protection. Totally overhauling the offensive line with guard Wyatt Teller, right tackle Braden Smith, and first-round rookie Kylan Rutledge. Okay, or Keelan Rutledge. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I'll tell you right now, yeah, he looks solid, man. Add in Dave Montgomery, coming over via trade to finally give them some punch in the ground game. And Nico Collins continuing his ascension out wide. I mean, look, man, Stroud has zero excuses to not pilot a top-tier offense in 2026. I don't know what else to say, guys. I think I just put it all out there. I don't know what else to say. These guys, they're weird. I know, I get it. They're weird. So one year they're great, one year they suck, and the next year they're good again. And I get it. I know, I understand. But that's just where I'm at, and that's how I feel with these guys, man. So there it is. Houston Texans season preview. That's really all I got to say about those guys. Again, we'll talk plenty more about them coming up at the end of the show with my final weigh-in. And, well, there you have it. So All right, lots of blues in this division. We went powder blue, went to like a turquoise, which is like a green blue, right? Went into this really dark Texans blue. And now it's time to go over to what they call speed blue with those Indianapolis Colts, man. It's time for the official Indianapolis Colts season preview. And well, we got ourselves a great guest for this one, man. Really happy to have him here. The Chill Mike, Big Mike, if you will, one of the co-hosts, the official co-hosts of the show now starting this Saturday, all season long from here to Super Bowl Sunday. It's going to be fun. But let's jump into those Indianapolis Colts, man. Okay, let's close things out with these guys in the Circle City with Indianapolis Colts. And few teams experienced a wilder ride last season than Indy. Okay, sorry, bad pun. Racing out to a blazing 8-2 start before Daniel Jones. Oh my gosh, poor guy, man. Tore his Achilles, and the entire season completely fell off the rails. Ownership held steady, though, betting that the collapse was, I don't know, man, was about bad luck and injuries rather than a flawed direction. I don't know. I have no idea. Look, all I got to say, man, is the entire season rests on Jones' recovery. And all signs point to him being full go for training camp. So far, so good from what I see. But yeah, after getting cleared for everything, I don't know. He's down Michael Pittman Jr. And after that trade to Pittsburgh, man, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and clear that up. So Alec Pierce is stepping up as the primary outside target alongside slot weapon Josh Downs. I got my notes right here. And rising tight end Tyler Warren, which I like him. Let's see. Do we got Dallas Clark vibes in the house? I don't know, but I like that. Okay. We'll see. All the while handing the rock over to star running back, a healthy DeForest Buckner. All right. Up the front and shutting down corner, well, good old shutdown corner Sauce Gardner in the secondary, which some people would argue, with the Jets fans would say, yeah, sure. But again, change of scenery, change of scenery. Okay. We got a monster now running it down. Like I said, DeForest Buckner, I love him on this defensive line. I think he's solid. I think the dude is going to be awesome. But they welcome him back. Let's see if he can stay healthy. I don't know. Overall, this team's got a lot of upside, man. They really do. They got a lot of upside. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, like I said, they got some upside. Okay, they do. But again, how well will they play? Right? So, okay. So back over to my notes, just to finish this off before we hand it on over to Mike. Look, all that alongside the impact of rookies like CJ Allen, who they got. I mean, we'll see. We're gonna see. I'm excited to see CJ Allen, aren't you? I mean, let's see this guy does, man. He's the young man out of Georgia. Let's see how it goes. Second rounder. I'm really excited to see him play. So let's see how it goes. But with that said, that's enough from me about the Colts. Let's hand on over to a true diehard man to give us the true Indianapolis breakdown for this year. Let's toss to our Colts expert of IE Sports Radio, ladies and gentlemen, the third host of 3 and Out, Big Mike. Take it away.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Big Mike here, co-host of Shin Pads and Shenanigans, as well as 3 and Out, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Hope you all had a great weekend and your work week is off to a good start. As we know, training camp has arrived. And for us Colts fans, today was day 5. First day in pads. So a lot to discuss here. Some good things, obviously some not so good things. And will the Colts end up in yet another season of mediocrity? I'll give you my opinion near the end here. Let's start with some positives, right? Not been a lot positive here as of late, but Daniel Jones is back. He's been running practice. He looks pretty good for the most part. That is quite the, I'll say, mild surprise to me. Obviously, coming off an Achilles, those take a while, right? And, they had said all offseason his goal is to be back for the start of training camp, and he did that. So hats off to him. Early in training camp, obviously, as we know, but he seems to have a pretty good command of what's going on. That is a really good thing. Some more decent news. Jonathan Taylor has stated he wants to continue to be an Indianapolis Colt. There are talks going on. The talks do seem to be going all right. We'll keep an eye on what happens there. Obviously, if the Colts start off this season not so hot, do you see a scenario where he gets dealt? I hope not, but time will tell there. On the other side of the ball, obviously, this team's going to look a lot different, right? No Zaire Franklin. No Kenny Moore II. However, and obviously no, pretty much no linebackers, obviously, except the, draft picks, C.J. Allen. You're going to look at a couple guys who haven't seen the field. From last year, for example, you got Wally. Hunter Waller did go down with a slight injury. Hope doesn't seem to be too bad. He had his injury on Saturday. He's another guy, kind of a linebacker, safety kind of guy. But overall, the Colts are pretty thin and inexperienced at the linebacker position. So, however, I'm not as worried about that as some. And I think when you look at Colts teams in the past, even though defense has never been their strong suit, they have produced some decent linebackers here in Indy. So I'm not too concerned there. The secondary, I feel pretty good about that. Obviously, Ward's back. Thought he might retire. He's back. Bynum seems to be the play caller as of today. So we'll see what if that continues. Sauce Gardner, obviously, that's a good secondary right there. The concern for me personally is up front, the defensive line. Now, the trade with Green Bay, you get Colby. This is the last name spacing me at the moment. I apologize, but Colby over from the Packers and decent run stopper. Has had a pretty good camp so far. We'll see if he can continue that. At least if that continues, you got a front four that I think can do pretty good against the run. However, can they get to the quarterback? Can Latu take that next step? He was drafted a few years ago. A lot of people thought he was the best defender in the draft. Some didn't agree with that. He has yet to take that leap that I think he needs to take. He got close a lot last year, could not get home. He's got to be able to get home this year. On the other side of that, it's kind of a by committee. You got Arden Key, who they got in the offseason, who's more of a rotational guy. I just don't know if we can get pressure on the quarterback. And when you look at that start, the first 3 games of the schedule, your first quarterback you see is Lamar Jackson, then Patrick Mahomes, and then C.J. Stroud. So tough start to the year. Hopefully this defensive line can get, to the quarterback. Flipping back to the offense, one other concern there obviously is lack of depth at the wide receiver position. No Michael Pittman Jr. this year. He's off to Pittsburgh. Alec Pierce signed a big deal in the offseason. However, he had surgery this offseason. He's still recovering. He is hopeful now to be ready for start of the regular season. But still, that leaves downs. That leaves, of course, you got Tyler Warren at the tight end position. Wide receiver is very, very thin. That is a concern. So where does this team end up? I hate to say this. I don't have any high expectations. I think, for the most part, the expectation from the fan base has been pretty dismal. There's no reason to think they're going to do any better than they've done the past several years. You look at this schedule, it's very difficult. I could see 6 wins. I could see 8 wins. If they get more than that, maybe they make a deal at the deadline. Maybe some teams they play have injuries. I don't know. Colts don't have a lot of depth anywhere. Injuries always seem to plague this team. I just don't have a ton of optimism here. I wouldn't be surprised to see this team finish last in the division. I think Tennessee's going to make a jump. I don't think they will. I still see them around 3rd place, but crazier things have happened. So anyway, tune in to all the shows here this week on IE Sports Radio. Big Mike here, signing off. We'll see y'all soon.
All right, guys. Got to give some love, man, to our boy Big Mike. Great job. Great job with that Indianapolis Colts season preview. And yeah, no, I agree, man. I hate to say it. It sucks. It sucks doing that to your team, But I mean, you just got to be brutally honest. You can't be one of these delusional people that just really just because they're your team, you're just gonna be like, no, they're winning the Super Bowl, like, and then you look like an idiot. Like, I mean, you got to be serious, you got to be realistic, And again, as a Raider fan, suffering Raider fan, it's sometimes what you fall into. But realistically, I will tell you, the Colts, I don't know. Davis and Crooks here putting some stuff. This is my only question about the Colts. Will Daniel Jones turn to a pumpkin after starting good last season? That's a great question there, man. And after Alec Pierce and Tyler Warren. So who was going to catch the ball for Indy? And it's true. Pittman gone. I didn't think I'd ever see him leave. So it's just it's just crazy. It really is. But all right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, man, we'll jump into my final weigh-in and get on out of here. And we'll have one more show left for the evening with the AFC North. You are watching 3 and Out. 8 divisions in 8 days right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back with my final weigh-in of the AFC South after this. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. All right, we are back, and it's time to wrap up the AFC South preview by laying out how this entire division is going to shake out, at least in my opinion. Disagree all you'd like to, that's fine. Agree, disagree, put funny comments, whatever you want to do. Just don't diss. That ain't cool, man. Enjoy, have fun, debate, but be mature. All right, so anyway, let's see how it shakes out, at least in my opinion, when the dust settles in 2026. So let's run down the standings from 4th place all the way up to the division crown, complete with our win ceilings and floors for every single team. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get those color codes ready to switch it up. I know some of you were saying leave it on the speed blue. I'm just kidding. All right, number 4. And this one sucks because I don't really want to put these guys here, but cue the powder blue. I know, Davison, I know you're watching, bro. I'm sorry, man. Maybe he doesn't disagree. I don't know. But look, ceiling for this team, I can see about 8 wins. I don't know if they're going to get over 500. I'm just be real. But same with that time, if they get 8 wins, that's a massive win. All right. That's like the Raiders from last year. I gave them like 6 or 7 wins, and I said 8 would be huge. Same thing with these guys. Same thing with the Jets. Oh my gosh. If you can get to 8 wins after a 3-win freaking year, 3, 4, 5-win year, that's great. But the floor for them, I'd say about 4 wins. Kind of sucks. But look, Robert Salah and Brian Dabble are building a tough culture in Nashville. Okay. And Cam Ward has all the arm talent in the world to be a real problem in year 2. But let's be real. Playing in a loaded division, and I really can't say too loaded, but when they're like kind of the bottom, it is loaded. Okay. But playing in, a pretty loaded division or at least a tougher division when you're at the bottom with an offensive line that still has major question marks, it makes this a true transition year. That's fair. It's fair to say. They'll pull off a few upsets and show exciting flashes of the future, but the overall roster depth keeps them down at the bottom of the AFC South for now. Okay. Oh, there's Davis and Crooks there. He says it all depends on how the offense plays for the Titans. I agree. Let's see. I mean, defense ain't bad, but I don't know. I don't want to look crazy. All right, that's all I got to say. I think that's pretty fair. Okay. Okay. Next up, let's go grab another color code. And which one is this going to be? Let's pop that sucker in, and it looks like it's going to be Speed Blue, Indianapolis Colts. Look, Big Mike said it himself, man. This team kind of got gutted, and they were already kind of gutted last year when they still had dudes. I don't know. I mean, we still had their dudes that they've already had, their original dudes. I don't know. But look, I have a ceiling that's pretty high for these guys because we don't know what we're going to get. Watch Daniel Jones come out and watch his team be pretty solid. I think 11 wins is kind of crazy, but maybe it's doable. 10, 11 wins, that's a great ceiling. I think this is possible, okay? But the floor, oh my gosh, I'd say 5, 6 wins. And again, that's not being mean. It's just being realistic. That's what we've seen from these guys, right? The Colts are the ultimate wild card of the division. They really are. We saw how explosive they were at 8-2 before the injury bug struck. If Daniel Jones steps back onto the field and picks up right where he left off, and the defense gets elite production from a healthy Sauce Gardner and DeForest Buckner, this team can be absolutely dominant. They can challenge for the division. They definitely can. I think that they can. But coming off of an Achilles tear at the quarterback position introduces enough, I don't know, what you want to call it. Validity? I don't know. That a slow start of lingering health issues could wrap up their ceiling. I don't know, or could cap up their ceiling, whatever you want to say. But I will tell you right now, look, this team, we'll see. We'll see who Daniel Jones is. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what goes on here with this team. I like Daniel Jones. Anthony Richardson is still there. I don't know what's going on with him, but I mean, when I say this, they have a real chance. But plus another lower leg injury that Daniel, exactly, that's what I just talked about, is coming off of. I know I didn't say his name. I feel like I said it too many times. But yeah, so he's coming off of another one, man, unfortunately. I mean, Daniel Jones is hurt. I mean, he's coming off another injury. I mean, what's going to happen? So that's kind of a hard thing to talk about. And Colts fans, I hate to say it, but I don't know. I mean, it could be huge. I hate to say it, but it's like feast or famine. It's going to be really good or really bad. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not feast or famine. It's just going to be because I don't see them feasting too much. I do not see them beating the Jags or the Texans. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. But all right, next up, we got the two, kind of sad. We got the two teams out of the way that we had a guest for. Let's get on to the two teams that we didn't have a guest for today. And all right, this is a tough one. Tell me what you think in the chat. But ladies and gentlemen, I sound like such a jerk, but second place, give me the turquoise. Oh, I know some of you are like, what? You've got to be kidding me, especially Jaguars fans. I know you hate me. I'm sorry. But look, I got the Jaguars that could totally win this thing. I got them at about 11 to 12 wins for a ceiling. Okay. I know. Okay. I know. And I know what they did last year. Okay. I was here. Okay. I know. They had 13 wins. I think they can get 13 wins again. Okay. But look, in the floor, maybe like if they fall off completely, maybe they're still like 8. They're still a really good team. Okay. But look, Liam Cohen proved his first year wasn't a fluke. And Trevor Lawrence is operating with total command of this offense. Keeping both coordinators ensures great continuity. That's what you want. This defense still has some questions to answer, though, in the pass rush specifically. But getting Travis Hunter back healthy gives them a dynamic, game-changing edge in the secondary, okay, which is big. That's not a question mark anymore. But the pass rush is a little bit of a question mark for me. They played well last year, okay? But I'm just saying, I will tell you right now that this is big. This is big getting Travis Hunter. Can he stay healthy, though? They'll push for double-digit wins again, but holding off a hungry Houston squad for back-to-back titles is going to be an absolute dogfight. Can they win it? Of course. Will they? Who knows? They probably will. Maybe. Okay. But I got them at about 12 to 13 wins, and I think Houston barely squeaks by these guys. And again, it could be the other way around. Okay. It could be the other way around where Jacksonville barely squeaks by the Texans. Okay. Last year, Jacksonville was 13-4. Okay, Houston was 12-5. I think it's going to be the same exact thing this year or flipped. And number one, the Houston Texans. Again, I don't know what it is, man. Look, D'Amico Ryans is great. He has his team playing well. CJ Stroud, dude is a monster. We've seen what he can do. I know Trevor Lawrence is great too. Again, this is just what I think this year. I think they're just going to flip-flop, that's all. But it could be the same exact thing. Okay. And yeah, I'm right here. Davidson, exactly, man. At least 10 wins for the Jags. I could see that. So, I mean, my rationale for the Texans, I think these guys can, if they do fall off, and the same thing, they'll get like 9 or 8 wins if they completely fall off. But their ceiling, I think, could be 12 to 13 wins. It's a toss-up at the top. I'm just taking the Texans because the Jaguars won it last year. I don't know. Could they do it again? They could. But the Texans were so close, man. And at the end of the day, this division, I think it really does run through Houston. They boast the most dominant defense in the conference. And that's what I'm really going to hang my hat on, is I love defense. And unlike last year, the front office actually addressed their biggest glaring weakness by completely rebuilding the offensive line and trading for David Montgomery to fix the run game. To me, that is big, man. If CJ Stroud cuts down on the panic throws that he throws every now and then and trusts his improved protection, this team isn't just winning the AFC South. They're making a legitimate run for the Lombardi Trophy this year. And I think that if they do make the playoffs, this just might be the year where they actually get past the division round for the first time in their history. Davidson says, I think Tennessee doubles their win total, which should be 6 wins. Hey, and that's great. I think they could do that. I have them winning 6 or 7 games. I think that could be big, maybe even 8 if they're really good. Davidson says CJ Stroud has to show up this year, and the receiving core has to stay healthy, and that is for sure. Health is everything, right? And that's what it's all about. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for the show, man. I know it was kind of a quick one, but that was good. And that is that. So, let's get our color code back for that AFC red. Get that back up in the house. And that's going to do it for the AFC South, man. That was a fun show. Really excited about this team, or really excited about this division. And we'll see where it goes, man. But these guys, usually it's the most wide open division in the NFL. Maybe not so much anymore. And we'll see what the Colts can bring. And if the Titans are ready, oh my gosh, this will be a fun division to watch. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this one, man. That is it for the AFC South. We are now 28 teams in. We have just 4 more to go with the AFC North coming up next at the top of the hour. Wherever you're watching from, tune in. That's going to do it, man. You have been watching 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days, AFC South, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. I will see you guys in about 12 minutes, wrapping up the AFC with the AFC North. Again, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'll see you in about 12 minutes. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless. Peace.
IA Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Let's go. Training camp turf, the baddest collision. Stars